Oh fuck, and now she thinks that... She believed in two lies, like, how do you feel now? She... Oh? She left? I really thought that she would kill herself. She left. Did she leave to join the Arrowhead group now? Okay. No, she was not Miss Sunshine. No, it was not her. I love that we are spending time with him, with her, because they represent this society, you know, what happened into this society, and I said it for me, it's in fact the real message of this entire show.
안 돼. 곧 식구들이 죄인을 데리고 올 거야.
데리고 오면 뭐 살라고?
Were you part of the pile?
신께 내 죄를 모두 고할 거야.
무슨 소리야? 뭐 자살이라도 하겠다는 거야, 뭐야?
자살? 자살이라니! 신께 내 죄를 모두 드러내고 용서를 구하는 거야.
그렇지. 너가 진짜 땅에서 내가 무슨 죄를 졌다고 그래?
아무것도 하지 않은 죄. 신이 방향을 가르쳐주고 기회를 줬는데도.
좋아.
나 오지원 아니야.
Yeah.
신의 의도에 헌신하는 화살촉.
You were Miss Sunshine? But
정신 차리자. 정신 차리고. 우리 다시 영웅했던 그 일상으로 돌아.
평범?
No.
지금 내가 하려고 하는 일이
It's extraordinary.
그 평범한 세상을 끝장내려는 건데 평범하다고 여겼던 그 모든 것들이 악에 기반한 거라고. 무슨 일이야? 주인을 데려오는데 시간이 얼마 안 남은 거예요.
It was not the demonstration that we saw. That's a demonstration when you lost your arm. So it was not the first time that they tried that suicidal thing. Try to stop her. That's why you lost your arm. You thought so, when in fact it was just a question of timing, like really. No. You're gonna witness it? You are dying? You were there? See, I said it during the intro. Clearly with beginning of the episode 1, with that scene that we saw at the end of the episode 2, the fact that they lied to us about the chronology of time, I said that we would have big reveals about things that we thought that happened like that, and in fact it happened a different way.
거기서 살아남았던 거리도 살아 숨쉬는 그 죄에서 벗어날 수 없게 만든 거야, 네가. 당신 아내한테는 그게 쾌락이었던 거야. 신의 의도에 따라 함께 움직인다는 그
충만함, 그 연대감, 그 연대감에서 오는 평온함.
Based on lies. In fact,
당신과
it caused her a lot of pain. It tortured her all of her life, her miserable life, and it's
절대
what's
느껴보지
based
못했을
on lies.
피곤함치.
You're provoking him so much. And it's on purpose. He's provoking you on purpose, so you're not gonna bring him to Sodo, so maybe he's gonna find a way to escape.
세상이 이렇게 된데 아무
죄책감도 없어!
끊임없이 시련을 받는다는데 이렇게 인간적인 폭력이 아니 감동적이야. 그래서 당신 아내의 복수라고 선택한 게 날 소도한테 넘기는 거였나?
다시는 내 안에 같은 희생자가 나오지 않는 세상을 그런 세상을 만들려는 거야!
Don't listen to him, to his lies. He's mocking you, but please don't enter into his trap.
인터넷 잠깐 공부를 세상 다 한다고 생각해. 네가 어떻게 알아?
그 시원한 피아노 아기를 데리고 소도가 뭘 했지? 4년이나 지났는데
저도 그 아기를 영구정이라고 했어. 진실을 밝히기 위해서.
Are you giving him information?
내가 바로 그 진실을 보고 온 사람이야. 그런데 그 진실이 소도가 원하는 게 아니게 되면 걔네가 그걸 받아들일 조직인가? 날 소도에 넘기면 그 다음 뭘 할까?
Study you.
조사를 하겠지.
Just investigate you. No. They might torture you, but that's all.
너는 자유적인 소도놈들한테 이용당한 거야. 당신 아내가 화살촉한테 이용당한 것처럼.
Stop saying no, stop listening to him, just drive him where you want.
그거 할 수 있는 사람 나밖에 없어. 당신 알잖아.
He's such a good manipulator. You're evil, for sure. On his mouth?
어쩌면 지금이 이 세상을 바로잡을 마지막 기회일지도 모르지.
You're so strong. You're so strong. The fact that you managed to not fall into his trap with his words and his manipulation, you're so strong. Oh, I'm so proud of him. Tell me that I'm right to be proud of you.
이 연구를 언제까지 하실 건데요?
글쎄요. 진실이 나올 때까지
그 진실이 만약에 소도에 불리한 내용이라고 하면
제가 판단할 사안은 아닌 것 같아요. 일단 집에 돌아가셔서 기다리시면 고생하셨어요.
죽일 겁니까?
죽이다니요. 그게 무슨? 고생하셨어요.
어쩌면 지금이 이 세상을 바로잡을 마지막 기회일지도 모르지.
Oh, she believed into him, so you're gonna believe into him now? Oh no, 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 no. The music. Really, the music and all of the ideas behind the camera, how to film things. You're fighting together. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take him to new truth? But they want to kill him also.
이게 당신이 말한 마지막 기회야. 이제 뭐 어떻게 해야 돼? 당신 아내가 유명한 화살촉이었다고 했지.
He managed to manipulate you.
지금 이 세상을 바꿀 수 있는 사람은 화살촉밖에 없어. 그리고 핸드폰은 너야.
The bigger thing is the fact that you know that new truth would try to eliminate you. That's it. I really... The Arrowhead is gonna have the chairman resurrected, New Truth is gonna have Park resurrected, and Sodo's group as the baby who survived. They all have, like I said during the intro, someone who was touched by the creatures and who survived. Now they're gonna have all of them someone that they can use to try to convince more people to join them, and it's really gonna depend on what they're gonna do with that person, the best lie that they're gonna create. Because clearly Sodo's group, I'm sorry, but at first they were the best group because they had the right intentions to save people from the cult, to save people from going crazy, to save people from the demonstrations and all of that. But in fact, at the end, now they are like the cult trying to use someone for their own purposes. They don't want to save people just like that, you know. For Park it's really like, whoa, it's not gonna serve us that much, so why doing it? That's why now I'm considering these three groups as people using other people, and in fact people who are gonna use these three persons who are symbols. Oh, yeah. This episode was really great. Again, for how it was filmed, how it was done on screen, the music, like the ideas also behind the camera, behind some moments, you know, it's fucking great, fucking amazing. I love how this show is directed, like really, the persons behind the camera, how everything is directed, it's so fucking great. And I love also the fact that this show is not really about the characters, each one of them, you know, to connect with them. For sure, we have characters that we appreciate, and they created a background for them, and they are creating also evolutions for them, and it's great. But at the end, it's not as important as the messages that they want to put into this show. And clearly, we have the proof of it with this episode, with the fact that this guy, we didn't know anything about him before the episode, so to learn stuff about him, we could have been, well, it's not that interesting. But in fact, all of his story with his wife represents what is happening into this society right now, with the fact that you have random people like him who are just trying to survive and to avoid to be impacted by the creatures, by the cult, by everything. And you have people who were so desperate that at one occasion they're going to be with New Truth, at another occasion they're going to be with the Arrowhead. And right there we had the example of his wife who was so desperate when the chairman disappeared that she couldn't follow New Truth anymore, and she went with the Arrowhead, even more after the baby scene. Like, she's truly representing all of the context, you know, of the show right now, with the fact that after the chairman disappearing and after the scene with the baby, New Truth lost a lot of followers like her. A lot of them went with the Arrowhead, and a lot of them are just crazy people who were so desperate that they would be okay to sacrifice themselves. And that's what she did. And we discovered right there that she did it once and she survived, and that's why she lost her arm, and that's why the second time they were paying so much attention to her, because they thought that maybe she could survive again. Like I said during the intro, I really think that during this season the writers are going to play us with big reveals, not just about new informations which are going to come, but really about things that we saw, and in fact we didn't see everything, or we didn't see it right because we missed one information, and we're gonna see it again with new information and it's gonna change everything. Or maybe they're gonna play again with the chronology of time like they did for the episode 1 and 2. I don't know, something that we supposed, you know, which happened, in fact it didn't happen like that. You know, the fact that we had a lot of time jumps, we had to guess what happened during these time jumps for the characters, we were like, okay, we didn't see it, meaning that it was not important. So in fact, what happened during that time that we didn't see, it was that, and that. You know, it's stuff that the viewers are imagining, but in fact, at the end, maybe we're gonna have the reveal that during all of this time, they did other stuff. Like, for example, the experiences that they made on that baby with now a little girl, we are guessing, you know, what it can be, but maybe it's worse than we thought. Maybe other things like that, you know, we can guess, okay, it happened like that, but in fact, maybe it happened differently. I really think that the writers are gonna play with that to create reveals during this season, and so far, so good. Because with the episode 1 and 2, they played with the chronology of time. With this episode, by showing us Miss Sunshine, you know, her background, we are discovering that, in fact, what we saw during that other demonstration when she died, it was really more meaningful for everyone, for herself for sure, but also for people watching it who saw her surviving the first time, so who were expecting to see her surviving again. And clearly for that guy who lost his wife, and the fact that after that he wanted to be the one to catch the chairman. For sure, I'm disappointed. Like, I was so proud of him that he was not being manipulated by the chairman, that he gave him to Sodo's group. So when he's changing his mind, I'm like, oh fuck, in fact he managed to manipulate you. But at the same time, it's so well written that I understand why. Because he chose to believe into his wife, into what she was saying, into all of the faith that she put into him, and that this world can still be saved. So those group, clearly not everyone is on the same page, and I'm with Min, with what she wants to do. I feel really guilt into her eyes when she's looking at that girl. Love for sure, but also guilt, and more than what I could expect to see, like, or something different. I don't know. That's why I'm thinking that maybe they did stuff on this girl that we don't know nothing about yet, and that she knows me. We didn't see the detective and his daughter during this episode. That's a little surprise, because for me, normally his daughter should die really soon. But if during the next episode the chairman is gonna appear alive on TV, it would be great to still have the detective's daughter alive, to witness that and to feel glad about it and all. New Truth managed to convince Park to work for them, to create that new doctrine. And it was not by telling her, I mean, he said, we're gonna find your kids, we are really working hard for that, but in fact she begged them to not search for her kids, and that she would do everything that they want if they are not finding her kids. Well, no matter what, at the end it worked. She's gonna work for you. The fact that the chairman is haunted by the creatures right now, still now I mean, seeing them into all of the mirrors. The symbolic of the mirrors, it's really interesting. And how Park, you know, she talked about the experiences that she lived, and coming back, how does it feel? It's almost like, now that she came back and like that, that's really hell or the purgatory, having to live your life like that. That's hell. Yes, I really love this episode. It was about a guy that we didn't know anything about, that maybe we didn't care to discover more about, but in fact all of his story, all of his wife's story is representing this society and how it evolved, how it is right now, and it's gonna be really important for the future, because it chose to help the chairman, who is gonna join the Arrowhead group. And it was fucking great, and again, so fucking well done on screen. I love this show, and really, I would want for this show to be known by so many more people than what it is right now. It deserves it. I think that for how it was promoted at first, like an horror show, it was a mistake, because it's so much more than that, and it could please so many more fans than just horror fans. like really for me to make reaction videos about it, it's really also to promote this show, to tell to people you should watch it. More of you should watch it. If it works with at least one person, I would be glad. My propaganda, you know, for this show needs to function on at least one person. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now, and it's gonna be the last episode that I'm gonna watch today. I don't have the time to watch more episodes today, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.